Hey, it's Jilly Ray Ray back with the Real Talk 111. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And you already know we're about to dive into some real issues today. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the family. I'm your host, Jilly Ray Ray. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the realness and for all my regulars. You already know how we do. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, or whatever you need to get coffee. Because guess what? We're about to have some real talk, all right? Now, listen, today we're taking on a topic and talking about something that's been on my heart for a minute, and I know it's on a lot of y'all's minds too. We're diving into the topic of black marriage and unrealistic expectations, okay? Yep. We're going there. We're going to break it down and talk about some of the pressures and myths surrounding what it means to be a traditional husband or wife, especially when you're dealing with this crazy economy and inflation, and that has everybody stressed out. Y'all, let's be real. How can we expect to live like it's the 1950s when nobody's getting paid like that anymore? For real. The myth of the traditional spouse is just totally out the door. So let's just start with the idea of the traditional wife or husband. You know the story. The man goes to work, makes all the money. The wife stays home, taking care of the house and the kids. It sounds cute on paper, but let's be real. In today's world, that just doesn't add up for the most of us. You know what I mean? Especially when dealing with inflation that's making everything more expensive, from gas to groceries to housing. Ain't nobody getting rich overnight out here, and we got bills to pay, okay? Let that be known. All I'm gonna say is, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wanting to take care of your spouse or that gender roles that are totally irrelevant. But the expectation that one person can hold it all down like back in the day it's just out the window. That's the recipe for burnout and disappointment. Instead, what we need to talk about is how we can balance these responsibilities as a team and as a unit, okay? And that brings me to the point, why are we still pushing these unrealistic expectations on each other in the black marriage community and just the marriage community amongst minorities overall, okay? Let's just keep it real. Inflation is out here messing with a lot of us. Rent's going up, groceries are higher, and let's not even talk about the cost of education and healthcare. So expecting one person to bring home enough money to support an entire household is tough. And ladies, before you get mad at your man for not bringing six fingers, remember that the game has changed. And fellas, don't get it twisted. Your lady isn't out there trying to take your spot or outdo you like how most men think, but she might need to work too, so y'all can build something better. You know what I mean? In today's world, we've got to be flexible. We've got to understand that both partners might need to work, and that's okay. It's not about who's making more money or who's spending more time at home. It's about how we can make this work together as a team. All right? Now, speaking on coming together as a team, so how do we do this? How do we stop focusing on outdated expectations and start building something real together? It's all about communication and teamwork, y'all. I mean, let's be real. We've got to sit down with our partners and have those real conversations about what we need, what we want, and what we're both willing to do to make it happen, all right? Get up off your ass and make it happen, all right? Maybe that means splitting the bills, or maybe it means one person takes on more household work while the other brings in more income. Maybe it's about supporting each other's career goals, or even going back to school to get that next degree or certification. Whatever it looks like for you, it could be a partnership, because at the end of the day, marriage is not about who does what. It's all about how you can uplift each other, especially when times get tough. Because let's be real, nobody's rich out there just yet, but we plan to be rich and wealthy one day. Let that be known. Y'all, let's just take a moment to make a pact to let go of these unrealistic expectations and start focusing on what really matters. Support, love, and building something together. Because when you come together as a whole, you become stronger as a unit. And that's what real love is about. Being there for each other through the ups and the downs and everything in between. Aww, real black love, you guys. All right, fam? Now, also, too, what I I want to reach on is, like I said, being unrealistic. You can't expect a man to go out here and make all this money, wine and dine you, and then you're absolutely doing nothing. That just is not how this works in this economy. It's not the 1950s anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody, with the economy and gas being so high in certain parts of the world, everybody has to get up off their ass and go and do something and make something happen. You hear me? I mean, everybody, even, people are making their teenagers go outside and get part-time jobs just so, not that they can pay bills, because I don't really believe when kids are teenagers that they should go outside and work hard and go to school. I just never have believed in that. I've just never believed that teenagers shouldn't go, get up every day with schooling and having to go to work after they get from school, then come home and be tired and have to get up and do it all day the next day. I just have never believed in that. But I mean, them getting a little couple hours a week just so that they're able to, buy them some essential things that they need, maybe like if they wanted to pick up an extra pair of tennis shoes or something like that for themselves. I do believe in that, but I don't believe in making your kids work hard at all, when they're going to school. You know what I mean? And like I said too, people have these unrealistic expectations of, when they get married, that a man is supposed to be making these six figures in order for him to take care of a whole household or a large family or whatever. It's just not realistic. Even with people making six figures these days, for me, doing some research and looking at some testimonies that I've seen on YouTube, even six figures with a woman making $40,000 a year, a man making $40,000 a year, and then another $20,000 from maybe like a side business that they have. It's still hard to fight inflation with, what we got going on when a bag of apples is damn near $6 in some parts of the country. You know what I mean? I mean, we have to be realistic and not be so judgmental when it comes to seeing unity in a black family. Now, do I believe that a man is supposed to get up off his ass and go out there and make sure that at least the rent is paid? You damn right. He needs to get up off his ass and make sure that rent is paid, and that even if he has to get two jobs to get up and, to make sure that ends are met and bills, at least that rent and that light bill and that water bill is paid. Because you know what I'm saying? You have to have that rent paid, you have to have that light bill paid, and you have to have that water, so we're able, those are the essential things that I feel, having fancy cars and fancy shoes and fancy clothes, that's not what makes a relationship, people. I mean, and that's what's one of the expectations that a lot of, it's an unrealistic expectation that a lot of black people have in the black community when they see someone get married. No, ma'am, absolutely not. Don't y'all remember a lot of y'all grandmas that were married, their dad, y'all, like a lot of people didn't just instantly get married and say, "Ooh, I married a rich man. I married a rich man and he has a lot of money for me and my family and my kids, and we're just rich and he's taking us up out of poverty." No, a lot of families back in the 1950s and 60s, like I said, it's not those times anymore. They worked hard with each other and built family businesses with a lot of the children that they had. They built family businesses. They worked on their farms. They worked on their crops to get to the next best thing and to have nice things for their family. Their kids often put in a lot of time with labor back then, but this is 2024 and it's just those expectations is just not realistic anymore. You know what I mean? Considering child labor laws, and kids are not able to work until they get certain ages and things like that. But like I said, I've never really believed in kids, you know what I'm saying, going out there and working and things like that. So like I said, my main topic for this conversation and this podcast today was, let's just be realistic when it comes to marriages and support, balance, and unity. And y'all, let's just make a pact to, like I said, just keep this realistic, be with each other and support each other through the ups and the downs. All right. And all right, fam, that's all I got for you guys today. And I hope that y'all felt this message, because I sure did. Remember, marriage is about balance, communication, and partnership. And no one is perfect, okay? And no one's expecting you to do it all alone. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And as always, keep it real and keep it 100. And this is Jilly Ray Ray, Real Talk 1111. Until next time, I'm Jilly Ray Ray. Thanks, you guys.